What's going on, people? It is Irish Gunner HD here. You can call me Irish, and today, as you can see, we are going to talk about some ways that I've thought up of ways to pass the time until Forza 5 comes along. Now, while I'm not getting it, that is a separate video that I'll make another time, but you might be, and you might be getting bored with Forza 4 now, so here we go. Learn to use simulation steering. So this is something that I've been doing in the last couple of days. If you remember, because I personally completely forgot about it for the longest time, Forza 4, one of its main selling points was this whole simulation steering aspect, and for the most part, it was just everyone I knew turned it off. Basically, nobody that drifted that I know of from the forums or whatever, nobody seemed to use it at all. Nobody seemed to have any interest in it. Because what it does is, it's good. It's not the worst thing in the world. But what it does is, as you can see here, I'm not nearly as smooth as I should be. Like, what was that? That little, when I tried to flick in for the backwards entry, it just caught up and went straight again. It's just got a weird, like, something about transitioning when you're trying to go from one drift to another. It just kind of grips up and flips you in in a weird direction. Like, I don't know whether it's just broken, it's not exactly what they intended it to be, or whether that is actually what cars do in real life. I don't know, but I don't know. I didn't like it, so I turned it off as soon as the game first came out. Pretty much, I tried it for a couple of weeks. I actually remember I actually tried it a lot longer than most people did. Most people just gave up after the first couple of days. I actually did try it for a week or two and tried to stick with it, tried to get good at it, but it's actually just really not great. But with the game being so close to the end now, it's always, if you can learn to master it and get really good at it, why not? It's a way to kill time, it's a way, and it's actually not too bad. Once you get used to it and you actually can pull it off, it's not the worst thing in the world. So that's that was the first thing that you can do. The second one then is the link for this will be down in the description below, but try new sections. I do a series called The Road Less Travelled. I did it on Forza 4 and for a little while on Forza Horizon, and also Mr. Arrow HD, who you might know, has a section or has a series of videos called Section Encyclopedia. You can look them up as well. Basically, they're just sections that most people don't know about, because a large majority of Forza players, Forza drifters in particular, they stick to the same sections, be it like Infineon, or sorry, Iberian Mini, like Silverstone National, Tsukuba Short and stuff like that, when there's actually a whole load of awesome other sections, particularly like this one. This one is a big wall tap backwards entry, like how can you not like this? So you should definitely experiment and look around, and maybe use my or the Road Less Travelled series as a starting point for lesser known tracks, because I've done, I think it's less than 10, but I've still done like a good few episodes on different sections and stuff like that you might not have known about. So the description, or the link to the playlist for those videos, will be in the description. Number 3 then is to try unusual cars. As you know, one of the big staples of my channel is the Will It Drift series, where I try unusual cars. Now, while I've never done an episode of Will It Drift on the NASCAR Monte Carlo here, it does actually drift, as you can see. Also, one thing, all the drifting that you've seen in this video, I recorded earlier on today using sim steering. So if it looks weird, or if I'm not drifting the best, that's why I'm also using sim steering in an attempt to get used to it, as point number 1 says. But yeah, so like if you didn't know, and if you're just like kind of seeing this from a Google search or from a YouTube search or whatever, on my channel you'll find a series called Will It Drift, where I basically take just random weird goofy cars that you would never even really consider drift cars or whatever, and I see if they will drift, just like you're seeing in the video here. It's actually the same track and same section that I do and all. And I would highly advise you to do the same, because even if a car won't drift, even if I'm not a big fan of it by the end of it, the experience is fun. Like the actual experience of not drifting a Sylvia or a twin cam Hatchie or like a Skyline or a Super or something like that. Just the experience of trying different things, trying other cars, seeing how mid-engine reared cars feel and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, so I definitely recommend that. Now, number 4 has nothing to do with games per se, but get active on the forums. The Forza forums, ForzaMotorsport.net, I believe is the full address, but you can just Google Forza Motorsport forums. You click on that, and then on the main page you can click Drift Lounge, as you can probably see on the screen there, but you can go on it, scroll down a little bit into Pit Row, and you'll see Drift Lounge, and that will bring you into the drifting community of the Forza forums, and that's where I've been a big, well, not in the last year or so, because it kind of died down a bit, but when I first started playing the game in Forza 3, it was a big part of my enjoyment of the game was coming onto the forum. Sorry. So what you can see me looking at here is the battle lounge. You can organize battles with other people, see who's the better drifter and stuff like that. Always friendly. As you can see, there's 654 threads like archived, so it gets well used. There's like loads of discussion. You can see some of my videos. I always post my videos over on the forums. People post their videos. There's a show your drift cars thread. It's a great place to just go and be part of it. Now, this particular forum is for Forza 4. You'll obviously want to be, when Forza 5 comes out, you might want to go over to the Forza 5 one. But there's also the team section, or the team discussion. So what you might want to do is get yourself involved in a team before Forza 5 comes out, rather than trying to get in the big like stampede of new players that might come in. You can try and get in before the rush happens, as it were. But yeah, that's the Forza forums, forzamotorsport.net and the Drift Lounge. Check that out. And then finally, number 5 is try other games, be it Forza Horizon, GT6, Formula 1 2013. There's obviously Dirt 3, as you can see here, Need for Speed. There's a couple of other games, Grid 2. Depends on what you're looking for, obviously. If you're looking for a simulator or a arcade experience, then on the PC side, you've got iRacing, you've got R Factor, you've got Live for Speed. There's a couple of new games coming out. There's one something Corsa or something or other that's looking really good as well. So there's like a multitude of games out there for you to try out other than the Forza series. Before 5 comes out and you decide to put a lot of time into 5, you can pick, especially since a lot of them would be kind of gone cheap now. So that's it. There's 5 things to do before Forza 5 comes out to occupy your time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.